The rainstorm is crazy, honestly. Today was probably worse than last year, in my opinion. But conditions don't matter. It makes it fun. I think for us to just go out there and just play our game. Because it's not just like an advantage just for the defense or offense. It's everybody is feeling the same thing on the field. So we just went out there and just have fun. And we just move on to next week.
Not the result you wanted, but the first half seemed like you were getting to the ball pretty quickly. Do you feel like the game is slowed down for you this season a little bit?
Definitely. Just trying to be a sponge and absorb as much knowledge from my coaches, my teammates. I got a good, solid group of guys on the field, and they trust me just to do my 111 on the field and just do my job. So just grateful to be a part of this organization. Just got to continue to work. So.
How did the communication work out there with all the rain going on?
It wasn't any different. The crowd was pretty quiet because it's a home game for them, so it's not too loud as a defensive league. We just got to do better and understand our assignment. So.
You feel like a linebacker for much of today?
Man, I was blessed just to be on the same field as everybody else, so just got to continue to work. So.
Did you work with Deshaun with the ones in the weeks leading up to this game?
Actually, a lot. That's who they had him running with was with TB. He's obviously been a great vet to be around. He's taken me under his wing and legit has showed me things I've never seen in football before. So just to get his perspective and a guy that's been to the Pro Bowl, understand, know how to play the safety spot. It was just a blessing just to be next to him today. We definitely, had our mistakes. We played a good game too as well. We had to smile. We just got to smile at the end of the day just because we're so blessed to be able to play the sport as a job. And we love it, and we truly just got to cherish it.
I was encouraged by how he played.
How much did the conditions affect the passing game specifically, do you think?
I think a lot. Yeah. I hate to make excuses, but it's hard to throw the ball when you're running around in puddles.
Kind of hard to catch the ball.
Kind of hard to catch it as well. Yeah.
What's it like being down 9 there with 3-4 minutes left in the game, knowing you had these conditions? How are we going to
You really just try to take it one play at a time and not try to do too much. That's when you get into trouble. Is when you're down 2 scores and you try to do too much, and then bad things start happening. You start turning the ball over, that kind of stuff. So you just try to stay in that mindset of let's just do something positive and not try to overdo it.
After hanging out in this weather, how excited are you to get back to Santa Clara?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Thanks, man.
Football's a finicky thing, man. That's the whole thing I was saying on the sideline to everybody. Yes, it was 10-0. It felt like we had that game in complete control. But when you don't score points, none of it matters. It really does take one play for a team to get back into a game, whatever side you're on it. So we just got to do a better job of that, really capitalizing on opportunities and scoring as many points as we can.
I know you don't want to make excuses, but with the conditions, is this can you even get a good read on it?
Honestly, yeah, it's a good question. I don't know totally until I watch the film, so I can't give you a clear answer there. But yeah, they definitely change the game, the conditions.
There was a lot of adversity. How did he handle himself?
I thought he handled adversity fantastic. He was great in the huddle. Was so good at communicating, encouraging guys. He just had a good presence about him.
I saw him going up each player individually. I'm not sure if he did to you at the end there. Maybe he did to you.
Yeah.
What message does that send to the offense?
He's a leader, man. He's our quarterback. He's going to lead the team.
Well, it seemed like the game you guys were in total control. It seemed like the conditions and the way their offense was moving. Is this obviously anything can happen and all that stuff? Is this fairly shocking the way that ended?
It's not shocking with what we did. We made too many mistakes. First and foremost, with me in the first half, I gave up a stupid sack on, I'm not gonna lie, and knocked us out of field goal range, and that's points right there. Fumbled inside the 10, that's tough. Fumbled snap inside the 10, penalties everywhere. We can't do those things. And when you let another NFL team hang around for that long, when we were, like you said, in complete control, they find ways to make things happen, and they did. And all credit to them. They took the most of their opportunities and they played well. But this one hurts a little more because of the fact that we feel as though we kind of beat ourselves up on this one.
What, as far as the 12 penalties and all the other mistakes, is not reflecting the type of team this usually is.
Mm-hmm.
It's a season opener.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think was going on?
You know what? I don't know. I think just it's tricky with that quarterback stuff. I think it's I wouldn't want to be a defensive player in that position, especially on the one that's 3rd and 1. I don't know how you don't do those things, but at the same time, you have to figure out a way to be disciplined about it. And then, we just made too many mistakes. And you keep your hands inside. Too many holding calls, too many, all that stuff. It's just, I don't know. There's no real explanation for penalties other than not using your right technique. And unfortunately, being a split second late on a decision that you make. And there's too many of that today. I think Kyle said we had over 100 yards in penalties, which is just completely unacceptable. And we'll clean that up moving forward.
Thank you, Mike.
Yep.
You talked about how you guys really knew yourself. Did you feel like the Bears did anything that caught you guys off guard or anything?
They did everything we thought we did. I feel like we were prepared up front. I feel like we just didn't capitalize on certain things as far as technique, as far as assignment. Whenever you have 100 yards of penalties, whether that's offense or defense, it's going to be hard to win a game. So we just got to clean that up.
Did you get a sense how you played? How do you feel you played today?
Like I said, I really can't get a feel for it. I'll really dive into the film and then I'll have an answer for you. I don't want to go into it too deep right now because, let's say we're in the heat of the moment right now. Everybody, if somebody did something, that affected the game. So you really want to lock in on that.
Did you feel more comfortable out there than you did during the preseason?
I did. I'm not gonna lie. I got a little emotional before I went out there. Just being and assessing everything that was going on, being in the moment, really taking it. Don't take that for granted. So it was a blessing just being out there playing with those guys. I was finally glad to know. It started getting more comfortable as I started playing throughout the series, and just finding my way, started finding my groove, especially in the league. Now that it's a different stage, now that it's a regular season, a lot of bullets flying. So you make sure you got to take it to the chin, whether it's good or bad.
When you got emotional, was that right before kickoff, the national anthem, or when did you get it?
Man, I got emotional. National anthem. Whenever I went out for a warm up, just soaking in, the situation, being here. Because I didn't get here by myself.
All right, thank you.
Appreciate you.